What's up, everyone? This is Jared and Nick, and tonight is the finale to the Goose Island Bourbon County Brand Stout. Tonight we have the coffee version. What do you think about this one?
Well, I had the coffee variation last year for the first time, and it blew my mind because I had just tried Bourbon County for the first time and then had the coffee, and I didn't think Bourbon County could get any better. This certainly takes it up a notch. It's a great variation. I think it might be the most popular. And each year for the past 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 years, I don't know, they've used a different type of bean.
Right. So they actually make this one every year. For the past few years they've made the coffee variation, and that's been consistent. And what they do is they use a different bean, a different roast from the roasters next door. Local coffee makers.
Right next door to the brewery in Chicago is Intelligentsia, which makes some really great local, small batch coffee kind of thing, like what Goose Island is doing with some of their specialty beers. So this year's the La Tortuga beans, and not much else needs to be said, guys. Let's get right into this brew.
All right, so pouring into the glass, this one it's like the BCBS, but it's just that much darker because it has the actual coffee in it.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it very, very black. As far as head goes, though, we're looking at the same thing. Very little head, not much at all.
Yep.
Dissipates very quickly. Nice alcohol legs.
Yep, classic alcohol legs and lacing on this. This is 14.7%. It's almost exactly the same percentage as the regular BCBS.
Almost. Yeah.
Tiny bit less, but pretty much looks exactly like that. But it is pitch black in the glass, and it looks amazing, as you would expect.
Yeah,
so
definitely. Let's take a smell on this.
Let's get a nose on the Bourbon County coffee.
Wow, check that out.
Jesus Christ. I love this.
It's like sticking your nose in a bag of freshly ground beans.
It's like smelling the best espresso you could make. I'm speechless.
It definitely not necessarily overpowers, but it takes center stage, and the regular BCBS is in the back. So we'll see how it comes through on the taste.
Yeah, this is pretty cold actually right now. It's much colder than the cherry rye when we started reviewing it, but definitely the roast is taking. They're showcasing.
Taking over.
Yeah, they're showcasing
it's all coffee.
And they do showcase it throughout the beer because that's kind of what it's all about. It's adding that big special roast to the regular Bourbon County. But as it warms, I think we're gonna get a lot more of the chocolate and bourbon coming forward. So
nice, rich coffee.
Very, very rich. Like Jared said, my first initial thought was it's like sticking your nose into a really good,
fresh bag of
incredible
coffee.
Bag of coffee, fresh bag of coffee, or a fresh cup of espresso or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it is so freaking gorgeous smelling, isn't it?
It's outstanding. Wow, this is so fresh. It just adds to the whole thing.
All right, guys. Right, let's do ourselves a favor and get a sip of the Bourbon County coffee.
2012.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. That's coffee through and through.
Wow. Bourbon, chocolate, coffee. There's a nice kind of oakiness that goes with it too. This one I find it a lot creamier than I would expect even. I find it kind of creamy. Very coats the mouth.
There's a nice, almost like a tartness which balances out the coffee. Almost like a typical coffee tartness to it. It really goes well. You get a little bit of that dark fruit from the BCBS.
Yep.
Nice chocolate notes from the malt in the BCBS. Then just in your face coffee, which is exactly what I'm looking for.
Exactly. With this beer, it should be very, very front forward, and it's absolutely dominating, but in a good way. In the back, you're getting that bitter finish, like the bitter, roast finish of a really good coffee espresso, and it just lingers there in your tongue.
Oh, I remember very long finish on this one.
Yeah, this sticks around forever, and it's one of the things I remembered most about this beer when I had it was I loved the aftertaste. It's like you just took a sip of espresso.
Yeah, it's
it just sits there. To think this is a beer
is just crazy. I mean, you're at this level where it's just. I said this when I first started drinking beer like this. It transcends like the idea of beer for me.
I was just thinking to myself, how the hell do they carbonate coffee? Because that's what it tastes like, carbonated coffee. Like it's
exactly.
It's crazy.
I think we'll let it warm up a little bit and come back and give you some more thoughts on it. But hard to beat. This is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we're back with the Bourbon County Coffee, and it is pretty much room temp now. It is phenomenal. Surprise.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, this is world class again. Another great variation on the original. What do you think about this beer?
The original definitely comes through a little bit more now that it's warmed up, but the coffee is still so strong. It's so powerful. It's outstanding. I love it.
It just smells like the freshest. I know we said it before, but it smells like the freshest, best roast of coffee you've ever had in a bourbon barrel-aged Imperial Stout. I mean, that's craziness, but this is what it is, guys. It's a world-class beer that, if you can get it, try it, please.
Definitely.
If you're a fan of the original, obviously, if you like coffee, boom, $12 for that. If you can get it at a place that's charging you the right price.
Oh yeah, right.
Again, I've heard horror stories already from this year that.
Honestly, for me, I think $12 on this is so underpriced. I mean,
really underpriced.
I would spend the same price as the cherry one on this. I would spend $20 on this easily. So I mean, it's an outstanding price. Even if you see it somewhere for $20, pick it up because it's worth it. That's how much I expect to go for this. How much I went for last year. So.
Yeah. I mean, get it at a reasonable price. But that being said, if it's a little bit more, I might go for it.
Go for it.
It's kind of just to wrap up the flavors again. I guess you're getting with the mouthfeel. It's kind of creamy.
Definitely creamy. Goes down super smooth. You get a little bit of bitterness in the back from the coffee.
Yep.
But the coffee is just the center stage on this one.
Coffee center stage. They're showcasing that roast a lot, and the bourbon's there. The vanilla that's coming out more as it warms. I would definitely drink this beer pretty much slightly above room temp because it really doesn't need to be cold. I mean, when it was cold, we got a lot of just straight up coffee. Yeah. And this beer is meant to be drank pretty much room temp.
I don't even think I'd stick it in the fridge, to be honest with you.
Yep, just crack it open, room temp, and enjoy. And, as far as the ratings go, actually...
We gotta look those up.
We gotta look those up. Be right back.
So as far as ratings go on this, it's kind of clear across the board. BeerAdvocate gives this one a 100. Rate Beer gives this one a 100. What are you giving this one?
Guys, not only going to give it a 100... but I'm going to go with the 101 again.
Same as the cherry?
Same as the cherry.
All right.
It's just like that one notch above the regular. The variations are actually a little bit better, in my opinion.
Okay.
It's kind of fun. It's not like it's really like that much better, but like it's kind of an accent on the original, which I like.
Sure.
What do you think?
For me, personally, I'm going to give this one a...
I'm excited to hear this. I have not heard this.
A 98.
Oh! He likes it less than the cherry.
I like the original even more than this one. To me,
likes the original even more.
I think the coffee was great. The coffee was so strong, though. I didn't get as much of the base beer as I would have liked. I think it was just coffee, which is awesome. I love the beer. It's outstanding, which is why I gave it a 98. But I wish there was a little bit more of the base beer there. The coffee just overtook it.
I'll be taking the rest of his glass. Don't worry.
I wouldn't go that far. Still
only a 98, Jared. It's just a phenomenal beer, obviously, guys. So if you can get it, pick it up. Do not sour this beer. I had a couple of these last year. I decided to save one because it's special, and you typically want to do that with beers like this. But honestly, the coffee fades really fast.
Coffee does, in most beers, fades pretty fast. They do say on the front of the bottle, which is what I was just looking at, it develops in 5 years, but coffee drops off pretty quickly, especially within 1 year. So
yeah, the beer's not going to go bad by any means, but the way this is meant to be drank is absolutely to be done fresh.
Definitely do it fresh.
With that being said, I think that covers it all, and we did all the bourbon counties this year, guys. Pretty awesome. Very lucky and excited.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. Yeah, absolutely. Pick them up, drink them up. Let us know what you guys think about this one and the others, and
let us know your favorite out of the 3 if you had them all.
I'd love to know. We'd obviously love to know, and spread the word, comment, subscribe,
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.